Hey everyone, so just did a video on hip internal and external rotation exercises, and I wanted to follow up on that a little bit. Been having some good discussions with some of the trainers at Peak and some of my clients, and really kind of reminiscing about how social media in the past had led everyone astray on what their hip should be doing when they're lifting weights. And so in the past, and it's starting to unwind a little bit now, I think, but you still hear it a lot of people were pushing the idea of lifting, particularly squatting, deadlifting, with your hips in external rotation. And they always said their cue was always push the knees out. Now, I'm not sure where that started, but we see in a lot of clients now, their default is to be way out here with their knees. And so what we're doing now is retraining them to be more neutral when they're doing anything that's athletic. So instead of always trying to be an external rotation when they're squatting, we're bringing them back in. We're working on their ability to get into hip internal rotation so they feel comfortable there. And we're giving them the cue that when you're doing some sort of lifting or athletic movement or just flat out walking, your knee, particularly if we take the patella, the kneecap, which makes a nice little point for us, that point, that patella, should be pointing in between the second and third toe, right down the middle of the foot. So we're having to bring a lot of our clients from out here to back in here, feeling the weight under their big toe again, so they can utilize their hip more effectively. And as we know, the hip is where we generate where we generate a lot of our power from. So if we're stuck in external rotation, we're never going to get that length-tension relationship back to be able to generate that power. It also ends up putting a lot more strain on our knee. Our knee should rotate a little bit at end ranges of motion, but it should not be subject to a ton of rotational force under heavy load. Whenever we're going to plant or turn or cut, change directions, we should be doing that with our hip, right? How the whole leg rotates in, not with our knee, where you see the foot is going in one direction and the knee is going in the other. The whole leg needs to change directions. So we're having to cue a lot of our clients now to be able to work through that hip again after so many years of being stuck into external rotation. I hope that helps. More to follow about this subject. As always, thank you.